Okay, Ray, so the question is, can you do laminate with the custom color hole punch? Everybody asks me that. We recommend that you don't do it. Here's the issues. Laminate's very rigid. PVC and veneer is very flexible. The problem is we've got this very high precision die in here. We've got this die right there, and behind that die is some material called poron. And that acts as a natural rubber spring. And that material is very expensive, and it has a lot of elasticity and allows it to push it back out.
Pushes back out.
Thousands of times without fatiguing. That's why it's such special material. The problem is that laminate gets jammed up there and it can't get out. So the natural thing for a cabinet maker to do is to grab their utility knife and get in there and dig it out. Well, at that point, you've got two problems. You not only ruin the cap, but you're going to ruin the die, the sharpness of the die, and you really do not want to do that. So you can make a cap. There are some inherent problems, and this is how you can get around it when you're in a pinch. So the first thing.
Are you willing to try it?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll do it. Okay, there you go. There's your tape. So put your tape on the back, and we'll see what happens.
Just imagine, we don't recommend it, but we do it anyway.
Yeah. For sure. And we always want to make sure we're cutting on the top part of the surface. So in other words,
so the color should be.
Yeah, the color's up because the blade, we want that crisp cut on the top. That's why we're doing it. You got it. You got it. And a lot of pressure because this is not vertical grade. This is this is laminate grade. Laminate, excuse me, it's countertop grade, it's not vertical grade. So if you used a vertical grade, it'd even be easier because it'd be much thinner. So you can see how we cracked the laminate all up here, but if we look inside, the cap is actually in excellent shape. But here's how we get the cap out. We've made a provision on the most recent custom color hole punches that there's a little hole in the top of the die. And I'll kind of look at this one, and Andrew can look at that while he's doing that. See these little holes we put in the top? The purpose of that hole is to take the Allen wrench or something that you have, and you literally have to hit it there on there.
That hole right here?
Yeah, that little, no, the holes are right there and there on each side, and that allows you, here I'll show you right here. Your eyesights are worse than mine. Here we go. So you put it in there like that, and a little tap, and the cap comes out, and you can kind of see right here what happened. You see how the Allen screw came through there, and it poked through the poron, but it won't hurt the poron at all. And the cap has a little tiny nick in the top, which can be filled easily with a little black wax from that. If you were to grind this off a little bit and maybe make it so it wouldn't chip it, but of course if you used vertical grade, that would come out much easier. But it's jammed in there so tight. So there's your cap. You put it on there like that, and you've got a nice match, and it looks pretty good. Now, of course, you would use the flush mount drill bit system to make it flush with the surface, and then you'd have a perfect fit, and it would look dynamite. So you could do a hidden screw.
So like you said, it's not recommended, but it can be done.
Absolutely. There's a way to do it. If I said to everybody, go ahead and do laminate with it, then my phone would ring off the hook saying, this is so difficult, I can't believe you tell me to do that. But with good training, people could pull it off. And I could do it all day long, but I kind of know the system. But that's what we're out there doing, is doing good training.
It's important to know that this is an option.
Right.
It's not recommended, but it's an option.
Another thing I want to just go over for 1 second, Ray, as well, is the flush mount or the flush mount drill bit system when you buy it separately. We talked about the fact that the drill bit can break easily if it drops. If you drop this over like this, right? So we put extra drill bits in here, and as you can see in this kit, we've got a couple extra drill bits in there. Okay, so we've provided for that, and we did that deliberately so the customer doesn't have to call us and say, hey, I need a replacement drill bit. Of course, you said it's a standard 1/8" bit, but you do have to cut the flat in there. So that's the way that system is, and hopefully that covers all the issues on the flush mount drill bit system. We'll move on to the next one.
Wonderful.
Okay, thanks, Ray.
I'm excited.